Hey Nate, how's it going?
How are you, Mike?
I'm pretty good. We're still two extremely online guys, and we get together to talk about what happened last month online.
It
So
was a busy one.
November. Yeah, I can't believe it's already November. Well, November's already done with.
Yeah,
It's time to talk about it. Um, yeah, it's wild. First up, Dolly Parton joined Threads.
yeah, I saw that. Has she posted the original content there? Do you think, or is that what's the story here? I haven't really followed along with this one.
Uh, I haven't really seen her posting much since I first saw it.
Yeah,
Uh,
remember this being like kind of like it's a big celebrity on Threads, and then I
right.
didn't really see. I mean, I spend most of my time on the app on the For You page, so I
Yeah.
didn't like my algorithm or whatever you want us to say. Like, it didn't pop up a lot of her stuff. So I don't know if she's actually posting things or if I mean, she's like an 80-year-old woman. I don't expect her to be on there much, but
She's posting stuff or somebody's posting for her. There's stuff in here. Yeah, there's more than two handfuls of posts on here since so just for being on here for a month, it looks like, she's somebody's active.
yeah,
Her latest post says, "Find out who you are and do it on purpose." That's what yeah, that's what we're doing here. We found out who we are and we're doing it on purpose. We're extremely online guys
pretty generic
doing a
advice.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I have,
She joined just in time for a little bit of controversy. Apparently, people are mad at her for something that happened probably 40 years ago or something. Who knows?
no. Yeah. I don't know about that.
Apparently, she wrote in her book that her relatives were racist, and she learned like not to be like them, and they're mad at her because of it. People just Some people are looking for something to be mad at way too hard.
I mean,
Way too hard.
let's take a step back, folks. Like, she's how old? Like, I think she's literally like in her 80s.
Yeah.
And for her to be in her 80s and have relatives that were racist, like, she's from Tennessee, you guys. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Like, what did you expect?
get the what? I think the bigger
Yeah, I
story is
mean,
that she's not, and that she actually is a pretty good person.
yeah, I mean, like, she donates stuff anonymously, apparently, all the time is the word on the street. I don't know. It seems like she's solid person.
Yeah, I remember one of the things. There's two things I remember about Dolly Parton, or at least that I appreciate. I mean, I remember lots about her, but
Mhm.
um, there is a point in time when she was going to be honored by the state of Tennessee, and they were going to build a statue of her outside of like some government building. And
Mhm.
she put a kibosh on it and said, absolutely do not spend money on a statue making of me. She's like, take that money and spend it on like the school system. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't need a statue. So and they never went through with it. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, it's a very like down home, honest thing. And then she was on one of those Time to Walk episodes for Apple on their podcast thing.
Oh, yeah.
And her, I remember specifically like what she said or anything, but it's very like candid like interviews that are on there.
Right.
Even if you
Right.
don't like go take a walk or whatever with it, like if you find a celebrity that you know of or that you recognize, like I would highly encourage you to take 20 minutes or whatever and just listen to it. Cause I remember hers being like retrospective like on her life and stuff. And she was more inspiring to a 40 something year old male than what I would have thought. Or I was just like,
Yeah.
pretty cool, actually. Like, maybe it makes me think highly of her, but well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she's one of the
cool.
greats for sure. One of the greats.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Oh, and then Apple Podcasts got some. new features in iOS 26. There's 3 new features. Um, I know for sure. I'm trying to remember.
Has not shipped yet though, right? Has this shipped?
It has not shipped. I think as we record this, it's going to ship the first week, or I guess the second full week of December.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
but they're gonna do like auto chapters.
Yeah,
Uh,
this hit the beta in early November. I was sure that it would have shipped by now, but not yet.
yeah, I don't know if there's other stuff coming in 26.2 as well, but the podcast one is like kind of the most interesting. Like I think that they have there was an episode of another show I was listening to. I can't remember what it was, but they were talking about how specifically it would work. I think it was something off of The Verge, but the auto chapters being one thing, and then having like links that were automatically built into the show too
Mhm.
that would pop up like on your phone as you're listening to podcasts. Like there would be links,
Right.
but I think those links were only like if they were like Apple News links or like something to do with Apple. Like there were certain like you can't have an advertiser pop up in there, which I understand, but yeah, chapters, podcast mentions, and then from this episode is the one where you can get the links that are shared like on the episode page and stuff, which that was pretty cool. The chapter stuff I think is just them kind of tapping into like their AI initiatives. Like,
Right. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm very curious how our podcast is gonna or how that's gonna work with our podcast. I think it's ideal for us, you know,
uh,
for our listeners.
yeah, for smaller shows, like big time shows, I don't know that any of them will use it if they don't already use chapters because there's something weird with like ads that are like always of the time. Like I can go in and listen to a 2-year-old episode of whatever, and it'll have ads that are current things that are like
Right.
talking
Yeah,
about.
the dynamic ad insertion or something like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's the words I was looking for. But yeah,
Yeah.
so they might not play well with this, but it got me thinking like, do people I mean, I know I do, but do people use Apple Podcasts? Is that still a big market for like
Well,
aftermarket?
I learned recently, like for the longest time, it was the gorilla. It was most people that listen to podcasts with Apple Podcasts. But I learned recently that Spotify has actually taken the number one spot from Apple.
Yeah. I think
So
even
more people
YouTube
listen to podcasts with Spotify than with Apple.
that yeah, that's what it was. It was an episode of Connected, of Relay FM, which I'd highly recommend. But they were talking about
And
this.
that will be auto linked in a future version of Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, yeah. They just saying
Your
that.
mention of that podcast will get auto linked. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Oh, well, it'd be
I,
awesome if that's how it works. But
yeah.
how many times did people say last month on mine?
I hope they say it a lot, even if they're not talking about our podcast.
Yeah, just randomly. It's like, hey, if it doesn't work, that'd be really cool. But I mean, not really. But yeah, I mean, I remember apps like Overcast and Pocket Cast being like the big like even though people could use Apple Podcasts, there were better options out there, especially on
Hmm.
iOS. And I feel like Apple Podcasts has picked up enough of the low hanging fruit in the last few years, and it's
Right.
pretty decent. Like, plus, I really like the way the chapter or the artwork kind of fills up the whole screen and stuff, like on some of the episodes, and
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I've
they
always
had
liked
like
the
voice boot.
navigation that Apple Podcast does better than other podcast apps.
Yeah, I agree.
And
They
now they've definitely started adding features. So they have like some kind of voice enhancer. Although to be honest, I don't notice a difference between having that on and off. But at least they have it.
yeah, I don't notice it either, but a lot
And
of
then
the
transcriptions.
oh,
Those are very cool. And the fact that the transcription follows along with what the people are saying is pretty awesome.
oh yeah, yeah, it's like the live lyrics on Apple
Right.
Music. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that a lot. Sometimes on when there's a show I'm listening to and they're talking about a topic I don't really care about, I'll just like instead of hitting that 30-second button a bunch of times to like skip forward, I'll just scroll in that thing and tap where I see that they stop talking about whatever. Or if there's a comment that I'm like, what are they trying to say here? And I tap it and I'll listen from that point. Like
Right.
it's a solid app. I really, really, really enjoy it.
Mhm. Anything else to say about that? Let's see.
No, I don't think so.
Next up is Apple. They changed their brand. They're no longer Apple TV Plus. They're just Apple TV. And they have a new brand ID, I guess is what they call it, which was made with glass and captured in camera. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the way that they showed that being filmed was really cool.
Right.
I was
Like you
surprised.
look at it, it looks like it's like I think it harkens back to older brand IDs, like the old
Yeah,
CBS or something.
yeah,
It's
it's very animated. It's kind of got a cool like sound, like a fluttering kind of sound.
right.
But yeah, the fact that they filmed that with actual cameras and physical glass swiping around in lights, and it's not just a software thing. Honestly, I don't know which way is harder to do these days, but the fact that you're watching an actual like filmed piece of whatever, kind of like that lion roaring at the beginning of NGM stuff. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's how they made
Oh,
that.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just like, oh, kind of just take that for granted that that's an actual filmed thing. But
Right.
um, the interesting part about it was that they tapped into crap, I'm gonna forget his name now. Billie Eilish's brother, Phineas. I think it
Right.
just goes by
Yeah,
Phineas.
Phineas, yep.
Uh, and he's like the one that like designed that sound, which was kind
Mhm.
of cool. I mean, I don't know if that like I wonder how that works with him getting like royalty fees, or if he just did that as a one-time shot, or how that works. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I don't think Apple's dealing out royalty fees for that. I think they just they're like, "Hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars to do this for us."
yeah, which they could have done that with anybody, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of cool. It's like a neat little Easter egg thing. I kind of liked that that didn't become like the story with this,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
it was just kind of a footnote after all. But
Well,
um,
apparently they use musicians for their ringtones and stuff too. Um, I know with back in the day with iOS 7, I think the Owl City guy did all of the ringtones for that release,
really,
or at
oh
least most of them. And
yeah,
then
I know
I
they
can't remember who, but I've heard of other musicians doing some of the newer ringtones.
oh, really? Ah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I know that they revamp those every couple of years, or maybe every
Right.
year. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
I've just become my phone's always on silent person, um, but yeah, for like some of the actual noises, I guess it's like, oh yeah, maybe they just do that as like a hey, our signature sound, like
Mm-hmm.
here's Trent Reznor's version of this song.
Ah, yeah. I wonder if there's bad blood between him because he was an Apple employee for like a couple of years, I think. A- After they bought Beats, so Trent Reznor was part of Beats, and then he became the Apple Music guy when they were launching Apple Music streaming.
About that.
Yeah. But he left. I wonder if he left amicably or not, because that would be actually cool. Is like have some obviously Nine Inch Nails inspired ringtones.
Yeah, even if Apple just did that within their own, I don't know if they would be like shooting themselves in the foot with. I'm sure people still buy ringtones off of the iTunes store, however
Hmm.
you navigate to that on the phone. But it'd be
Yeah.
cool if there was just like a setting that was like, here's this ringtone name and here's these artists' versions of it, where you just be like, oh, that's
Mm.
cool. Like
That would be kind of
I
cool.
can
Yeah.
pick between the Trent Reznor one and the Phineas one and the whatever other person, trying to think of another big producer I know they like to work with.
Dead
Jack Antonoff.
Mouse.
Yeah, Dead
Oh yeah,
Mouse.
yeah,
But
yep,
yeah, I don't know. That's cool. I don't know. I don't have much else to say on that one. That's cool. It's neat.
yeah. It's
I,
cool.
I thought it was
Definitely
cool that
cool.
they and they wouldn't have done it any other way, I suppose. But it's like every Apple show that you watch now, old or new, like they all have that new
Yeah.
beginning on it where it's like, oh,
Right.
it's
Yep.
cool. Like, I don't know. I was hoping I wouldn't have to watch some stupid show I don't want to watch just to see that thing. And then I
Yeah.
noticed it was like, oh, it's on like everything. I'm already
It's
watching it.
everywhere.
Cool.
Yep. I do kind of the old one had that kind of it was a version of the classic Mac startup sound.
Yeah, I did kind
So I
of.
kind of miss that, but it's a good change, I think.
Yeah, I think I felt that same way, where I was, like, a little bit sad that they got rid of that because it was like, "Oh, it was the old Mac startup sound, just, like, in a slightly lower, octave," is the right word.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it'll be fine. Um, I think that every time they make a change they used to have a different ding sound for the Apple Pay sound way back when,
Right.
and I don't remember what it sounded like, but I remember when they changed it, and I was kinda pissed because I liked the older one better. Um But now
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even remember what that was, and I don't even know if I'd have the
Yeah.
same opinion anymore now, so whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Next up, IKEA launches new smart home range with 21 Matter compatible products. So Matter is a way that like smart home products talk to each other. That's industry standard. So like anything that works with Matter should work on an Apple or Android or whatever. So this is pretty cool, but I think they did a really bad job of rolling this stuff out because I kept going back to their website expecting them to have hey, here's our 21 new Matter compatible products. Look at all of them. And as far as I can tell, they never did. So they're just buried within their catalog of products. And so I haven't gotten a good look at any of them. I don't know if you have or not.
The nearest IKEA to where I live is about 2.5 hours away,
Oh, wow. Okay.
from now, but
Yeah.
every time I do go in, I probably go to IKEA, we'll go either to Detroit or Chicago. It's both
Mm-hmm.
equally, like, 2.5 hours away from me. Um, every time I go in, that's maybe, like, once a year, and I make that trip and will always swing by an IKEA just to check out whatever, but I don't ever really see, like, an area of just smart home stuff, like, it's kinda just mixed in with everything else,
Right.
and the
Yeah.
smart home stuff I do see, like, kinda it's they don't really focus so much on the technology, but more of, like,
Mm-hmm.
the look of the stuff, which is understandable because they seem to
Yeah.
be more based around that than, whatever, but I've never bought a smart home anything from IKEA. I have a
Yeah. I
ton
haven't
of
either.
smart home stuff in general, but, I don't know. I feel like this news comes up constantly about IKEA having Matter compatible smart home stuff, and then
Yeah.
you never see anybody, like, review it. You never see anybody talk about it. It's just like, okay,
Right.
I have no idea. Uh, so I don't know. I think that it'll be a more of a commonplace thing as time goes on, where people just buy light bulbs and those light bulbs just are smart home compatible. Like, you're not making a distinctive choice between, a regular Philips light bulb or a Philips Hue light bulb. Like, maybe they'll
Mm-hmm.
just all be smart home, especially with these like box stores or like IKEA. I don't know. I think of it as like a boutique type home decor store. Like, they don't sell other people's brands. It's just their brand. Um,
Right.
so maybe they'll just be like, everything we sell is smart home and everything is Matter compatible, whether you use it that way or not. You can also just screw in the light bulb and flick the switch and you're good to go. But if you're
Yeah.
so inclined, yes, it can also be controlled through your phone or whatever device. I think that's
Yeah.
kind
So
of the point of Matter.
yeah. Right. Yeah. You don't really need to. know about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just pulled up their page for the Clip Bach, which is their name for their water leak sensor. It's not the greatest looking piece of kit. It's just like it's a round. It's like basically the shape of a on-off control on the iPhone, and it looks like it's made out of relatively cheap plastic and has a bunch of holes for a speaker and some other hole for who knows what. I'm not super impressed with it, but, like, the main thing is, like, I was expecting to be able to go to this one product and then get a link to the rest of their products, and there isn't.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very, uh,
Like, it's part
I
of
don't
their
know.
home safety group of products, which you go to, and it's like, it's got stuff like that, but then it's also got, like, child locks and things, so it's not all smart home, whatever.
Right, yeah. Some
You would
smart
think they
home
would have,
stuff.
like, a better way to find all this stuff, but,
Yeah, I
oh,
wonder if
well.
it's because, like, not every store even carries it all. Like, I don't really know how that shakes out in the scheme of things, but,
Right. I
um,
don't know, I just think they should, if they're gonna announce stuff like this,
make
make a
an effort.
page that just has all of them on it, so
Yeah,
we can find them.
yeah, yeah,
Help
don't post a
us.
newsroom article about it and then have, like, no links. Like, that's what I'm looking
Right,
at right now is
exactly,
that article that you
exactly.
put in the
Yep.
notes, and it's like, there's
Mhm.
nothing even okay.
Yeah, I mean, and the photography in the newsroom article is pretty cool,
The best
but
part of that
there's
whole thing is that you can download the image assets at the bottom, and it's like, "Well, wait a minute, what product is this? This looks
right?
cool. I wanna see
Yeah.
this, like, what is this? Oh, no, too bad."
Oh, there's like a spherical thing, uh, Cadge Platts smart bulb. Oh, and a Fado lamp. Okay, alright, so it's just a smart bulb in one of their other lamps. Oh, well, anyway, I think that's enough about
Yeah,
IKEA's smart home stuff. They didn't put a whole lot of effort into telling us about it, so
we're not gonna put any effort into it either.
right, right.
So, we'll take a break from tech stuff, and this next topic, it's a funny Threads post that I found. Maybe you found it and you shared it to me. I don't remember who found it, whatever, how it's there, but I clicked on it and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about this." Uh, it's a Threads post from a person whose handle that's just
Oh my god.
powerless. It says the caption of it says, "If your toddler suddenly if your toddler is suddenly quietly playing, this is your sign to go check on them. Yes, that's yogurt all over my husband's MacBook Air." And there's a photo of a keyboard, like
Yeah.
the opened laptop, and just swiped white yogurt all over this thing. Every inch of that keyboard and the
Yeah,
trackpad and every
right.
other part of it covered in yogurt. Uh,
I'm guessing it survived this, but they have to have some sticky keys after this is done.
I don't know. It's like, that's
That
if
is
I worked at
ugh.
Apple, I'd be like, "This is the reason why you should get Apple Care on a MacBook." People would be like, "Oh, don't ever take it out of the house. I won't drop it." Like, "Yeah,
Right,
but
right.
who's at home?" Like,
But are you leaving it in the same room as a toddler that's eating yogurt?
yeah, so, um, I don't I've never had any, like, stories like this with my kids when they were little, but
Mm,
I'm sure I came close a few times, but yeah, that's it.
the closest to this that I ever got was, my daughter was, I guess she was toddler aged, and I got, some takeout from McDonald's and brought it back for her and me to eat, and, they must have had a special or something because I don't think I regularly did this, but I had, like, the biggest iced coffee you could get from McDonald's, and I spilled it on top of the iPad that she was using. It was me, not her, that did it, but like, and so I just took the iPad, ran it over to the sink,
Yeah,
turned the sink
too.
on, and just water, just rinsed off the iPad, basically making sure that the water was running. Um, so like any ports were down, so that like water wouldn't run into them; it kind of flow over them. And that worked out really well. You can do a pretty good job of rinsing off your iPad in the sink.
I don't think this person had that much luck with this yogurt.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't rinse the iPad off in the sink. Yeah.
yeah, uh, yeah. I'm like thinking, like, how would I clean this? Like a Clorox, what, or a wipe or something? But then it's like it's got to be in the keys.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, all over the place in those keys, man.
That's a rough one.
They were going to town too, because this is everywhere. It's like and it's got the speakers to the left and the right of the keyboard, and there's
Didn't even
yogurt.
notice that.
There's yogurt all over the, like, little holes for the speakers.
Yeah, that computer is toast. It looks like it's one of the newer, like M2 ish, or oh no, it says MacBook Ns on the lower.
On the monitor, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's time for them to get a new MacBook Air anyway. So I
Right.
was like, I
Yeah.
was looking at it, then you're like, is this a new MacBook Air or is this like an old one? Hopefully it's an old one and they had like the butterfly keyboard on it or something.
Right.
Maybe the
Oh.
butterfly keyboard saved it. It's not ruined because the keys sucked
This
anyway.
butterfly keyboard is actually really good against yogurt.
5 years
Um,
on, we finally found it. It's a good.
I I handed down my, MacBook that had the butterfly keyboard to my son, and he's been using it for years and years, and he just now said that he needs, like, another keyboard because the keyboard on that one's, like, the keys are sticky. So, that's, like, that's the problem with the butterfly keyboard. It's like the keys will you'll hit the key and it'll, like,
Oh yeah,
it'll
that's right.
respond, like, 2 or 3
It was
times.
like specks of dust got in there and it made it happen. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so you,
the
like, hit the
yogurt.
D and it goes D D D D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
that's happening for his.
the, the yogurt probably is or just a never ending text thread anytime you click on anything with the text box. It
Right, right.
just
If it's vanilla flavored yogurt, like, when you play music and it's, like, bassy enough, you're gonna start smelling yogurt coming from the speakers.
yeah. Oh, that
Uh,
stinks.
yeah,
I just
that's a
noticed the
good.
I just noticed the top comment that's pinned on this post. It says, "Girl, why TF did you? Why did when I? What is it? I'm trying to read. There must be a typo. Why did I think you covered the keyboard in plastic like my grandma used to do to her couches?"
That's what I thought at first when I first saw it. I thought it was like, did they put Saran wrap all over this MacBook?
Yeah, okay, I see. Wow, they're seeing it now. I was like,
Yeah,
is he telling her to do it from here on out or what? Yeah, I see how you can see that was Saran wrap. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but
yeah.
good comedic break. Um, the next thing I was wanting to talk about, is that
Ooh,
Apple did a limited edition. It's pronounced, I believe, when you see your Miyake, I felt it's a piece of fabric called the iPhone Pocket. Uh, it is literally a sleeve that you stick your iPhone in, and you can either get a short one or a long one. Long ones go cross body across your body. Short ones are like for your wrist, or like you can wrap it around like a bag or something. Um, what did you think in this product?
um,
It's okay to dog it.
I love I love the iPod socks when they came out. I was a huge iPod sock guy. I actually bought them for my wife as a Christmas present, but I got the gray sock. She had all the colored socks, and I got the gray sock.
Yeah. Forget that
Um,
they came in like
and
package. You got
yeah, it was
all
a
the
pack.
colors.
You got like 6 iPhone socks for like $30 or something like that. Um, and they were great. We used them for a long time, for iPods and other stuff that would fit. And this reminds me a lot of the iPod sock. But
Listen of that. Yeah.
yes, but I just told you that you got like 6 socks for $30, and this is one iPhone Pocket for 150.
150 for the short one and 229 for the long one. It
Dude, that's
is,
the price for the long one's just absolutely insane.
yeah. So I guess
Um,
the story behind this brand is that I'm not a fashion guy, but I guess this
yeah.
brand is the Japanese brand that Steve Jobs used to make his or commission his turtleneck sweater. Or maybe they already made it and he just found it and was like, this is the best one. And that was just kind of always his relationship with this brand. I don't know, but the brand's not chosen at random, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah.
There's multiple colors. The short ones, I think they assumed would be the more popular ones. They had a ton of colors. They're all sold out. So I think you can still view them on the Apple apps, Apple store.
I was trying to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to, see if they, like, still show up or whatever.
I noticed that they did in the app the other day, but I had marked one and like favorited it just because I was like, oh, that's funny. Like I'm gonna save this.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
they're still showing up, but add to bag is disabled. Let me try all the colors.
I think they're all. So here's a fun story.
Okay.
I happened to be online the morning that these went on sale at 8
Mhm.
a.m. I'd just gotten to work, pulled open my phone, and was waiting for my computer to reboot or something at work. And I noticed that they were on there, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I bought one on a whim. I wasn't thinking. I just blacked out, checked out, and I was like, "Uh oh." After
Did you
I
get the
had like
short or the long?
I did this short, so I like had
Okay.
a almost like near instant buyer's remorse, where I was like, "Why did I do that?" I was like, "That's not even something I want." Like, I don't even think this thing looks cool. Well,
Mm.
it looks interesting. I'm glad that I
Yeah,
got
it
to
looks interesting.
see one in person and touch it and feel
Mhm.
it and whatever, but,
Mhm.
um, I actually so I got it and I, was like, "Oh, I'll just open it and, like, fiddle around with it, and then I'm gonna return it back to Apple because it's not my style." There's no returns
Right.
accepted on this. So I was like, "Oh, crap." No, really at all. But
Right.
then I saw it gone back to a lot of, like, the news articles and stuff I'd seen online, and everyone's like, "It's sold out, like, you can't buy this thing," like, and they're done, like, they are not going to make more of these. At least it would be surprising if they did. So I listed mine on eBay, and, it sold for $300. So I made my money back
Wow.
plus some, and I had, like, a buy it now thing as $300 because I don't really ever sell stuff on eBay. I was like, I just want it gone. Like, I'm kinda makes me sick that I spent 150 bucks on this thing and, like, it's just not my, whatever. There's other things in December or November, I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
that I can spend
Mhm.
$150 on. It's like,
Yeah.
"Alright,
Right.
Christmas tree around the corner." No. So, uh, it was cool. I mean, the texture of it was interesting. It did have, like you could tell it was, like, a quality piece of material. The packaging
Right.
was really cool. Um, yeah, there wasn't really much else to say about it. Like, I jokingly walked into the house with it around my wrist, and my wife was like, "What in the hell are you wearing?" She's like, "You're actually gonna use that thing?" I was like, "No." I was like, but I just wanted to just see what the reaction would be. Like,
Right.
does it look I got the cinnamon one, which so it's like brown, like, so it
Okay.
kinda
Yeah.
like it's not this, like, bright neon colors or anything weird, like, it was like this color would actually match, like, my coat and, like, my neutral kind of overall look of stuff. But yeah, it was not I don't know. I I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not walking on sidewalks to go to the grocery store. Like, I'm always
Mhm.
in a car and driving a long distance, and it's not anything convenient. And then I'm in the north too, so, like, there's snow, so, like, when I go outside in the winter, like, convenient enough, the coat I have has also a pocket, so my phone fits right into that. So, it's like,
Wild.
I
Okay.
yeah.
You didn't have to buy a pocket. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, I appreciate jeans a lot more now because they do have pockets just sewn onto them for free. It's included. It's a feature built
Not
into the
a
pants.
not $150 add-on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have to upgrade
Okay.
my pants to get pockets on them. So, yeah, I don't know. Fun, cool thing, and I'm glad that I got to see one, touch one, hold one, and be done with it after a week. I could have sold it for the same amount of money that I bought it for, and I would have been happy. But,
Yeah.
I added that buy it now button because I was like, "I'll take any bid, but, like, if you wanted to take it now, like, $300." And I was like, "Oh god, it's sold?"
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty cool, dude.
I should have let there just be a limit on it. I just I didn't think anyone was gonna buy it because all the context of everything I saw online was just so kinda negative about it, so it's just like, "Oh,
Mm.
oh, well, it is what it is," but, I don't
I
know.
gotta say, I don't see the point in the short one because it's not long enough to do anything with.
Yeah, the images have,
Like you
like,
said,
a
you had yours draped around your arm, and that's the only way you could wear it, really, right? Like,
yeah. But the downfall of that is that I had to constantly have my arm lifted up because if I put my arm down,
yeah,
it's gonna slide right off. So it looks
right, exactly. Yeah,
look
that's how they have it
in the
in the
imagery.
photography on the Apple store. Yeah, the guy's got his he's wearing it around his arm, but then he has his arm so that his hand is resting on his shoulder
Yeah.
so that it can hang around his arm and not fall off.
Yeah.
But
It's
and then another one's like they've got it kind of tied around the loop of a handbag.
yeah, that was probably the
Um,
best like use case that I could think of for it.
mhm.
Um, it was not easy to put your phone into that thing. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was pretty slim. Like it was a lot skinnier than what I thought it would be in real life. Um,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like the close-ups of the material on that newsroom page, that
Mhm.
I linked to, and I'll share a link to it later, but the first one is the brown color that I got, cinnamon. But,
Yeah.
like, you'd think that, like you know how, like, when you see product photography, they'll have, like, a little thing that says, like, "enhanced to show texture" or something like that?
Right.
This texture looks exactly like that in real life. Like, those photos are really good photos
Mhm.
of representing what this looked like. It
It's
wasn't
a
quite
cool
s
looking material,
it was a
but
cool looking material. It wasn't soft. Like, first thing I thought of when I touched it was
oh.
like, I was like, "Oh," like, knowing that this was made from a Steve Jobs, like, turtleneck, this material would be, like, the worst material for a shirt of all things
Mm.
to have, but, um, I don't know much about I know they said something about it's 3D printed
Mhm.
material, which I don't understand what that means. I think that it's kinda like how
Yeah, I
people
don't
just say everything is AI now. It's like, well, what happened to
right. Yeah.
CGI? That's still a thing, like
Woven is technically 3D printing.
yeah, yeah, right? It's like, well, whatever. It's good
Right.
material. You couldn't see any seams in it. Like, it looked like a continuous loop of material. Like,
Mhm.
that was kinda
Mm.
cool, like, I guess, but,
Right. Okay.
um, I would say if you're listening to this and you're thinking that anything I said or Mike said that you really wish you would have gotten one or that we're selling you on it somehow, I'm sure that there's knockoffs on this. Like, you could go on Etsy
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
for sure, right?
you could probably get a pretty decent knockoff, and it I mean, maybe someone's upcharging, like, upward to, like, $50 for this thing, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a different way of holding your iPhone. Um, I think, somebody had
That's what I
said
was thinking is if the long version of this was 50, $60 instead of 230.
Yeah, you're paying for that
Um,
brand name, which nobody
right.
in America or maybe the bigger right, wider world, like, knows that name, like,
Mhm.
it's up there with, like, Coach or BT or I don't know, any other designer names. I'm thinking of every, like,
Right.
women's handbag that I've ever
Um,
seen.
what's the it's
Hermes.
the yeah, Hermes. Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's like it's in the same ballpark as that. So for everyone to be like, "Oh, what's this?" And it's like,
Mhm.
it's that brand. Like if it's this was a Coach thing or a Hermes or however you say it,
Hermes, yes.
yeah, it no one would blink an eye. And I don't think they would have made that big of a stink about it. So
Right.
I don't know. It is what it is. It's fun. I wish that I wish it'd be fun to see if Apple just did like a limited edition thing like this every year. Um,
Mhm.
like it's a limited edition accessory of this brand, and it's a completely kind of new-ish category. It's not just like the Hermes leather Apple Watch bands, like completely new idea of how to hold your phone or a case on your phone or whatever the
Yeah, yeah,
situation
I
might
definitely
be.
like the idea. If they could get the prices down on this stuff a little bit, that would be better. Because they also did I think it was this month, they also did a MagSafe, accessibility block that goes on the back of the iPhone that makes it easier for people with certain disabilities to hold the iPhone.
Yeah, I saw that, and that thing was like 50 or $60, and I was like,
Yeah,
"That's
yeah.
more reasonable." Like, that thing was
I
like a giant.
almost got one just because it was so cool looking, like, there's one that's like this hyper yellow color, I think.
Yeah, the material
Uh,
of it looked really interesting, like, I wanted to
yeah, mhm.
hold it in hand and just see how that what that was all about, but,
Right, right, and it would be a
um,
cool way to, like, prop up your phone, like, on a table or whatever.
yeah, it's a neat little, like, thing. I would have if I would have been in the same place I was when I got this Pocket, and I had
Mhm,
bought that accessibility thing because that's also sold out now and not available.
right.
I wouldn't have it wouldn't have been such a hard pill to swallow to just be like, "All right, like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
use this thing every day, but, it's kinda neat and cool, and I'll use it
right,
maybe
right.
from time to time," but, yeah, if
Yeah.
if Apple ever makes, like, a Levi's version of this Pocket, like, that's probably up my alley. It's more in my price range. Not really.
Carhartt.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Actually, the card's back in style, so maybe that'd
Yeah,
still
yeah.
be 100 plus dollars, but
Duluth Trading Company,
oh,
maybe? I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, there you go, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a cool thing. I think it's just a neat for people that didn't like it or that just were like, "Oh, how what the audacity of them to do it." It's like, it's not your thing, like,
Right, right.
um
I did finally see somebody using the strap, uh, quote unquote, in the wild. So it was actually in the cafeteria at the office. I saw one of the guys that's in the tech department. So like the help desk. So he was walking around with his iPhone strapped to himself with one of those straps. It looked kind of cool. Um,
I'd
I'm
always
not
thought
gonna do it, but it looked kind of cool.
yeah, I always thought those were neat. Like, I was in the Apple Store, a couple weeks ago or something
Hmm.
with my wife's phone. She was debating updating or upgrading her phone and then
Yeah.
ended up not ultimately, but I was talking to the,
Oh, did I tell you that I do have an iPhone 17? Is it 17 Pro?
yeah, yeah, you got a
And
silver one, right?
yeah, I got a silver one. I call it astronaut because it looks like an astronaut, I think, on the back. I don't know, whatever. The silver color and the white reminds me of an astronaut outfit.
Yeah, it's a cool looking phone.
Yeah. And the way that I got it was AT&T was running a promotion that they would take any phone as a trade-in, regardless of the condition. And like days before I saw this promotion happening with AT&T, my son had um gone to the local amusement park and rode their fastest roller coaster and lost his iPhone on it. And we finally, a week later, it pinged my phone saying that it had been found. And then, like a couple of hours later, the lost and found department called us saying they had it. But that phone, I have never seen a phone that was more damaged than that phone. It was crazy. It was still in its case. So it was in a case.
Oh, gosh.
And that was holding it together basically. But
Yeah.
like the the around the camera on the back was just completely crushed. Like there were crumbs of an iPhone there visible. It was so weird. And like the FaceTime camera was completely ruined. Like you couldn't do any we couldn't it was really hard for us to remove his phone from Find My because it wants you to show your face as part of removing it from Find My. So we had to do it some convoluted way, but yeah, that phone was insanely damaged, and they took it back, gave me like $1,100 credit for it, and so I got the new phone. No, like I didn't have to pay anything for the new phone. Other than like a $20 like we're adding a phone to your line fee that AT&T charged. So that was an insanely good deal for me.
I feel like when they say any condition, like you have to be the outlier in that situation. Like they're probably like
Like
somebody.
they did want it to be able to turn on.
Oh,
And so it would turn on.
what's left of the
And my
screen turns on.
my son did use it for like a week basically.
Oh,
But like the
same.
front screen was all shattered. Like I said, the case was holding it together. I was afraid to take it out of the case. Because technically you're supposed to remove the SIM card as part of the return process. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because I'm afraid the whole phone's going to fall apart if I take it out of this case.
Any condition, does that mean it has to be in one singular piece? Because this thing's gonna fall.
It turns on, but it's in 5 pieces. Is that okay?
Yeah, but you just have to connect the wires to each other and they spritz out. And yeah, that's. I just feel like what advantage did AT&T have for that really? Like I don't get that how some of those trade-ins like that work.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
any
I don't
condition, any
either. I mean,
phone, it's
I'm
like
sure
any
they're
phone.
right. I'm
Like
sure they're just trying to keep people on their network and paying them money every month. So and somehow like that apparently works out for them. I don't know.
yeah, I have no idea the business behind that, but it's like that doesn't seem like a great deal for AT&T, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm sure they're overcharging the hell out of your bill in general anyway, or just
Oh
highlights
yeah,
highlights the
for
fact of
sure, for
how
sure.
much
Yeah,
they're making over on your regular data.
right.
But yeah, that's nuts. That deal. Anyway, what was I talking? Oh, I was just talking to Apple Store employee about those things, and I said, "Are those selling a lot?" And she goes, "No, not really. Everybody picks them up, looks at them, tries it on, and then puts it right back down."
All the slings,
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the case."
right?
Again, the city I live in, Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's west, the
Yeah, maybe
west.
they sell
West.
really well in New York and San Francisco.
Yeah, I think that they do. Oddly enough, the iPhone Pocket I had, I shipped to Chicago, so I was like, "Yeah, that this
Okay,
out."
yeah,
But
another one of the few very walkable
yeah,
cities in in America.
yeah, I looked at the person's address that I was sending it to,
Hmm.
and it opened up into, like, the look around, whatever that
Oh
Apple that
yeah,
I
right.
have, so I could, like, see the street, I could look at their house. It was a very nice neighborhood.
Ah,
So I
yeah.
was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, that chalks up."
Right. Yeah, $300 for an iPhone Pocket.
Yeah, I was like, that makes
Yeah.
sense." It was, like, a couple blocks away from Wrigley Field, which was kinda cool, but
Ah,
I
yeah.
was like, "Yeah,
Okay.
there's a pretty nice neighborhood. I mean, maybe it's not, but the few times I've ever gone to Wrigley Field, I was like, damn, this is a really nice neighborhood for having a
A ballpark.
full
Yeah.
on ballpark like right around the corner. But
Right.
yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
What do you know about the soccer stuff?
I know that I have gotten free MLS TV or
Yeah.
Apple
Hmm.
TV through T-Mobile the last 2 or 3 years,
Yeah. Okay.
and I have
I got it one
spent
year through T-Mobile. Yeah.
approximately 35 minutes watching MLS soccer in the last 3
We might
years.
be tied. We might be tied. There is a local team. So I live near Charlotte. Charlotte has a team. I've watched maybe 20, 30 minutes of them playing soccer. I maybe watched 15 minutes of the Miami when what's his face first joined.
Hello, Messi. Yeah, Lionel
Yeah,
Messi.
Messi. Right.
Yeah.
Um, I want to be able to like watching this stuff, but I get bored.
Yeah, I think that's kinda my thing in general is I'm just not a live sports person. Like, I'll
Right.
have a
Yeah.
game on, like, the Detroit Lions were doing alright. I guess they're
And I
still
so wish that I was. I am so jealous of the people that come time for the weekend,
they
they
just
know that they're
love.
gonna be chillaxing on their sofa, snacks on the table in front of them, drinks in hand for, like, hours at a time,
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
and they don't feel bad about it.
Yeah,
They feel like that's a good
and they're entertained the whole time,
yeah, and they're entertained,
on
yes.
the edge of their seat because it's live sports. Like, I
Right,
feel
but I
very
it's
jealous of
not
that
in
as
me.
well. Yeah, even
Yeah.
with the Lions, when I'm watching that football, like,
Mhm.
I'm better than I used to be, but I'm still like, "Well, let's see what's going on Instagram." Just like, I can't watch this every second.
Right,
Like, you gotta kidding me.
right.
So soccer is, I don't understand the rules of the game at all. Um,
Yeah.
I think those guys are probably better athletes than most football players. Like, they certainly
Oh, yeah,
have to
for sure.
they
Yeah.
run like crazy. It's like, dude, those fields that
Mhm.
look like they're the size of like 5 football fields. They're
Yeah, I think
huge.
other than long distance cyclists, like, Tour de France cyclists, I think
Yeah.
soccer players or football players, uh, have to be the most aerobically fit athletes on the planet. Like,
Yeah.
it's Tour de France cyclists and then soccer players.
Yeah. It's nuts. Like, the amount of running that they do, it's like, oh god, like,
Yeah.
it's exhausting. Like, but, anyhow, the news of what we're talking about, it's, MLS is becoming part of Apple TV at no extra
Mhm.
cost starting
Yeah.
next season.
Right, no more
Um,
MLS Season Pass.
yeah, which I wonder how much, like, I don't know how much they're making off of that. Because it was like $70 if you were already Apple TV subscriber, or it was like 90
Mhm.
bucks or 99 and 79 or something off the top of my head. I remember you got a slight discount if you already subscribed to Apple TV, but that's a, like a
Okay.
yearly cost. So the
Right.
fact that they're rolling this in, you're like, oh, cool. But I think the bigger news there is that you can expect your Apple TV price to go up monthly considerably a
Yeah,
little bit.
I mean, I really hope they don't.
It's like, that's not free. Like, you're paying for it. They're
Yeah,
just
but,
gonna.
like, they're doing this a lot, so it's not only MLS, it's also F1
Oh, I
is
was
the
gonna
same
ask that.
way.
F1, I wasn't sure if they were gonna do a pass or not, because I saw that that
No,
was coming in,
it's
and that's
there's
another
no
thing
pass.
where I'm like, "Alright,
It's
live sports is in it. Maybe I can get into F1 racing."
yeah,
Um,
I am going to I've always wanted to get into F1
yeah.
when it's free on or included with Apple TV. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah.
This is my last ditch effort to get into some kind of live sports. If I can get into F1, I'll have something. I'll have like, "Oh, man, I gotta watch the race this weekend." Um, so I'm looking forward to trying that out, but we'll see if it sticks or not.
Yeah, in the Apple Sports app, you can follow F1 racing,
Mhm.
And I started doing that, maybe a month or 2 ago, and I turned it off because F1 races happen at, like, 8 a.m. on a Saturday.
Oh,
It
yeah.
they're
Mhm.
not even I
Right.
was like, "Well, shoot,
Or in the middle of the night. Yeah.
you know, I wanna watch can't get into this sport if it's happening at 8 a.m. on a Saturday." It's like, "Man, I wanna sleep in," and, like,
They do
Sunday
have the, like,
Sunday
catch up
afternoon.
mode and start from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, I get just
So
as much enjoyment out of watching recaps, that I
mhm.
do of watching live sport, so, I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I do think it'll be exciting. I think it'd be great if soccer or NLFs or whatever, got bigger in the United States,
Oh,
because of
yeah.
this or
Mhm.
just some more awareness, like,
Right.
I know that there's a Chicago team, and I think there's a Detroit team, or maybe, I don't know, but
It's gotta
I've never
be.
gone to a I've never gone to a soccer game, but, like, I would be against
Mhm.
it, like,
Right.
it seems fun, like, but, yeah, it's just I don't know, it's not huge.
Yeah, the only soccer games I've been to were in college and my sons and daughters' soccer games when they were little.
Yeah, I mean, that's the level of soccer games I have too, like, I think
Yeah.
I coached my 4-year-old son
Oh, yeah.
ASO, level thing when he was real little, and I was like the volunteer parent where I was like, I guess I have free time for this." I was like, "I don't know anything about soccer," and they're like, "No, that's cool." We're like, "We just need you to jog up and down the field and blow a whistle and make sure the little guys don't
Right.
hurt each other." It's like, alright, it was easy. There was no
Yeah.
plays, nothing to tail it. It's basically the star player is the kid that could run the fastest, so whatever. But yeah, soccer comes to Apple TV. I think that'll be cool. Um, I'm more excited, I guess, about the F1 stuff coming, but
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see. So there was some big news in the shakeup of
Oh, yeah.
Apple, in
Mhm.
the past. Really, I mean, let's
Week?
just talk about it in the last week. Yeah, it technically
Yeah.
happened like the last week of November and kind of the first week of December. But
Mhm.
Alan Dye, who is what was his exact title? Do you know? Head of design,
I don't know, he
VP, or
effectively replaced Johnny Ive as far as
yeah,
UI design goes.
yeah. He's leaving Apple and going to work at Meta. Um, and I thought that was kind of like a gut punch.
Mhm.
Um, the next few weeks, I think this is probably going to be the majority of the wrap up of the show, or the episode today. But I didn't know that Apple Dye was around for as long. Yeah, sorry. Alan Dye was around for as long as he was. Uh, I've only just kind of started paying attention to him because the other podcast I listen to,
Mhm.
again, connected on Relay FM, click
Right.
the link now. Um, that there's a guy on there, Mike Hurley, that often talks about Alan Dye. He's like, yeah, he's like, you should look at his Instagram because it's kind of interesting. Like, it's not tech focused stuff. He's always at like fashion things.
Oh,
And it's just
I didn't think he had, like, a
so
public
his Instagram,
persona at
it's
all.
it's very clearly him, and it's not a verified account or anything, but
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it's very clearly somebody shooting like reels I guess it's usually his story. I don't think he ever posts anything like actually on Instagram, but it's always his stories. But like clearly somebody that's in the very front row of a fashion show in Paris or anything like that. So it's like, I don't think this is
Right.
somebody like pretending to be him. Like this dude's actually there, but
Mhm.
it's Alan Dye. And I just thought it was kind of cool. So like I really only just kind of became consciously aware of him in the last maybe 3 or 4 months. But yeah, for him to leave Apple was like, oh shoot, like that sucks. Like,
Oh, it's a
are they gonna
private account. He's got, like, 1,400 posts, but you can't see them.
I wonder if you hit follow, see if you can follow them and see how long it takes him to accept your thing. 'cause I'm definitely following him, but maybe he just went, "Oh," I bet you he went private after this news broke
Yeah,
because
could be,
that
could be.
seems odd that he would be on a private account, but
Mhm.
oh, at either rate, yeah, big designer guy leaving Apple, and, I guess he's, like, solely he introduced liquid glass at the WWDC last year, so he's gotten
Right.
some camera time,
Mm. He got
uh
brought into the fold, as far as I know, um, out of obscurity, I suppose, by, um by Johnny Ive using him for the iOS 7 redesign, I think. I think he did some of that, and, there was criticism back then too that, like, some of the stuff was clearly done by someone who came from a print design background instead of a
except that
interactive design background, you know?
yeah, except that he had worked for, Kate Spade brand of clothes
Hmm,
and stuff before,
interesting.
where I was like, "Oh." I was like, "That's weird." I'd never, like, had really thought of that, like, where this guy came from or who he was or, whatever, but, um, yeah, I don't
For
know.
whatever reason, it stands out. You remember the news icon when iOS 7 was first announced?
Yeah, it had, like, a book or, like a newsstand. I think the app
Yeah, it was
was
like a
called
shelf with, like,
Newsstand.
a bunch of, like, magazines or something on it,
Yeah.
and everybody criticized it, and I think, like, they criticized him along with that icon specifically.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
I do remember
um
there being criticism around that, but I guess I didn't realize that 'cause at the time, Johnny Ive was still there, so he probably just caught the
Right.
brunt of it all, but,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting move. I think, Meta is and a separate conversation outside of Apple, I think that Meta is in a really good position to be, the next Apple, like, in a sense, kinda, like, I know people don't love them for their social media efforts, but I have the Ray-Ban glasses, and those are actually pretty cool, and they keep getting better and better, and software updates are fine.
I just wish that Apple wasn't such a front runner when it came to privacy.
Yeah.
I wish that that was equally respected by all of the other companies, but it's not. So I always stuff like that always worries me about some company like Meta um, becoming a front runner because I unless they adopt Apple's like philosophy around privacy, I don't really want to see them. Or I don't want to see anybody overcome Microsoft that isn't as focused on privacy as Apple is. Is basically my take.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
and I can agree with that because there is a little bit of, like, hesitation. I don't know if you can tell from my voice or not, but it's like, like, cool, like, the guy can, like, obviously design stuff, he's got an eye for it, so, like, whether he's
yeah.
designing, I assume, probably more physical hardware, like new glasses and things, like, right now, Meta is very much reliant on, Oakley and Ray-Ban to design all these
Mm,
smart glasses, so it's like, maybe Meta's trying to just do their own, like, thing, and, um, maybe they're trying to come up with, like, a newer design or, like, just their own, branded thing so they don't have to use the name of Oakley or Ray-Ban or whatever, but,
right.
um, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool for Meta, but I just wish that Meta stuff or that like Apple wasn't such a closed garden like or what's the word? Walled garden. Um, I don't know. Like it
Yeah.
just there's I don't know enough about it to speak intelligently about it, I guess. But
Hmm.
I really wish that I could use Meta to like control my home accessories. Like if
Mm,
matter's a thing, like why can't it just be like I know it's like locked down to HomeKit right now, but like there've been multiple times where I've said, "Hey Meta, turn off my light," and it's like, I don't know how to do that, and I'm
mm.
like, "Oh yeah, damn it!" Like Siri, do this. So Um,
Gotcha.
it would be cool if it was interchangeable like that, or if I could send like iMessages, um, or just any, I don't know. It'd just be interesting
Right.
to see if them just integrate or play nicely, a little more nicely, I guess, with each other.
Yeah.
But um, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing in the long term. But I mean, more power. I think that is gonna be. They've already taken like a bunch of AI people. That was the other part of this too. Is that the John Giandria, if I'm saying
Mm.
that right? He also
The
left
AI guy.
Apple this week, or
Hmm.
last week, last month. Um, I don't think that he's going anywhere. I think that guy just retired. But
I
honestly,
heard that was more of a "we don't need you anymore"
yeah,
type
that should have
thing.
happened. That should have happened a while
Yeah.
ago. 'Cause that guy came
Because
from Google, and it was supposed to be
right.
there to make Siri better.
Hmm.
And as far as I can tell, I don't think that guy ever shipped anything or did anything.
Right. Because I wanna say, like, maybe half a year ago, he basically had most of his responsibilities stripped from himself, and so I'm guessing that was just like, "Hey, you're done here. We'll, keep paying you for 6 months. You don't need to come
Yeah,
into
it's
the
like a
office."
severance thing, kind of a yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the high level,
Don't know
yeah,
how they're coming in.
right.
Yeah, I whatever. It
With
may,
this Alan Dye thing, I was surprised to see so Zuck posted about it on Threads, and I just thought it was weird how much he was using Apple's name in this announcement. Like like he it's in his first tweet or his first post. It's in like at least one other post. Like he's like really calling out the fact that hey, we're getting design people from Apple to work on our stuff. And he's not shy about that at all.
no.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think the Apple and Meta are kind of like a well-known, like they don't like each other
Yeah.
kind of thing. But so yeah, that John Day, I can't say his last name. Every time I see it, I think I see the word gonorrhea, but it's like John G has left. So
Right.
long, goodbye. Sounds like based on John Gruber, who runs the Fireball.net.
Mhm.
He like just roasted this dude. I was like, oh, and it seems like it's all Apple employees that he's got uh, links to, or like that he's got like kind of unidentified sources of. The
Mhm.
article is called Bad Dye Job, and he just kind of goes on about people didn't really like John or Alan Dye, and this guy that's replacing him has been like a loyal, like he worked under Johnny Ive. It
Mm.
seems like things are gonna get better. Like I was kind of like, ooh, this is good for Apple. But then like reading John's post and talking about Stephen LeMay, who's taking over. It sounds like everyone's like super internally, anyhow, super excited about the guy coming in, and he's more of a product kind of guy rather than just a rapper and a designer stagnant, like you were saying earlier. But doesn't design interactive design as so much as like stagnant print design stuff.
Right.
So maybe it'll be better. I don't know.
I'm hoping that it is. I mean, I'm not like an expert in by any means, but I definitely have noticed that since iOS 7, I was a huge fan of the iOS 7 redesign. I loved it.
I was too. I think it
But
was good.
yeah, but you can tell there are like certain things where Apple's or Apple's designers haven't been paying as much attention to how something works as they have been how something looks. So I want them to focus more on the how it works than the how it looks. Because, that was Steve Jobs' big thing. He was like, design is more than how it looks, it's how it works.
Yeah. Which was the whole
Um,
thing that like made me like Apple stuff in the first place. So
right, right.
Yeah, I kinda looked
Yeah.
at the I looked back and just kinda took a step back from all of this. I was like, "Oh, yeah, maybe the reasons that I don't feel super strong or passionate about Apple stuff that like I used to is not because I'm just getting old and tired and whatever, but it's because it literally has gotten not great over the last decade or whatever."
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited, I guess, about what changes and if it'll be I'm more curious to know, like, if when iOS 27 comes out, if we'll be able to, like, point at one thing and be like, "That's because of this guy." Like, that kind of a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking
Mm.
to one friend, and it's like, this is a very and I guess it depends, like, me, my just my personality, if I was replacing Alan Dye, I would be super like, "What the fuck do I do? This
Yeah,
guy's
like
been here for 20 years."
yeah, it's not like you could just immediately backpedal liquid
Right, yeah,
glass.
you can't
Like,
do that, but, like, so what do you do, you know? Like, you can't, like, go back to iOS 7 or whatever it was, the immediate you can't just, like, do a complete 180 with the next version, so it's like, how do you improve liquid glass? And, everybody wants to, like, make it known that they're having an impact, so, like, how do you do that? Make it known that you're having an impact and not make it worse.
right, yeah.
So
Where even, like, you're given a crappy plate, and then you have to, like, do your best to make the best out of that, and it's like, well, that's
right.
not really
Mhm,
fair to that guy, but
mhm.
yeah, I mean, it's
Well, I'll
it's
say,
an
like, I was
interesting
super worried about liquid glass, but I actually kinda like it. Like, it's definitely got some problems where, like, it just makes readability really hard, but usually, like, as you're using it, you don't really notice that. Like, it's just, like, you can scroll a web page to a certain part where, okay, now it's super hard to read, but you're usually not staying on that one little area.
yeah.
Um, but
And it's
I don't
completely
know.
different
It'll
on the Mac. Like, everybody has
right.
said that they're like, "Liquid glass is awful on the Mac. It's good on the phone and the watch and alright on the
And I
iPad,
don't
but
know,
on the
man. I don't know if I
Mac."
agree with that. Like, on the Mac,
I'm just
I
scrolling
feel like
around
it's
and
toned down to where I don't really notice any of the readability issues that I do on my phone.
it's like I'm just scrolling up and down in our notes things, all the show notes,
But,
uh,
like, in
on the
Safari on the
Mac.
Mac, like, all of my controls are up top. They're above the web page. They're not, like, hovering over the web page the way they are on the iPhone, you know?
Yeah, like, even in
So,
the
like,
Notes app.
it's never gonna be a problem for me here.
Yeah. I think even in the Notes app, like, I noticed the rounded corners on all of the app windows. But, like,
Mhm.
the little, thing with, like, the paperclip and the, Apple
Yeah,
Intelligence logo,
the
like,
menu
that
bar at the
looks
top, right,
yeah, that just looks frosted to me in there, and it's like, it doesn't look glassy at all, like, compared
right.
to what that looks like on my iPhone, like, it's like I turned that accessibility setting on to, like, hide or whatever, but
Mhm.
even in, like, Apple the News app I'm looking right now, and it's like, yeah, it's, like, barely there, like, it's not super glassy. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually I think I like the design of OS 26 on the Mac better than I do on the iPhone.
Yeah, I would agree. I I like a lot of stuff about the Mac that they've done in the
Like
last
the
few years,
like
but
I've said this before, but, like, the curved windows at first shocked me, but I
yeah.
actually kinda like them now.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I really like them a lot. I think it just it's like I don't know what the word is to say, like, it's got a cool look to it or a feel to it, like, it just
Yeah. It's
feels
like
more intentional.
happier or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm dragging, like, a window
Friendlier.
I'm dragging a window behind, like, my dock on the Mac right now, and it's like, "Oh, there's some glassy stuff I can see," like, the reflection.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
you
I
get,
just
like, the
started doing
corner
that
of
once
you
you
get the
mentioned it.
corner you get the corner of their window, like, close to the edge of the dock at the bottom, like, you
Mhm.
don't line it up right over flush, like, one over another. it does some cool stuff. Like, there's a cool
Right.
look there,
Yeah.
but it's definitely I mean, I don't know. I think out of all the products that Apple makes, like, everything's consumer products, but, like,
Mhm.
their computers are more like these are in actual people's offices. Like, this is how they do their work. Like, you don't wanna screw that up, have
Right.
some
Right.
goofy looking design. So maybe they have to be more, um, conservative with what it looks
Yeah.
like on the Mac, but,
No, I'm looking
uh,
forward. I'm
I
looking
don't know.
forward to the new guy. I hope he makes all of their stuff a little bit better.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see,
Especially
like
multitasking on the iPad.
yeah, that
Because
sucks.
I think OS 26 really messed up multitasking on the iPad.
It looked so cool at first, and now it's just like, I mean, I remember saying that this was cool, so I can't really say it's not cool now, but it's like, dude, this sucks.
I have only ever accidentally activated it, and then immediately I'm like, "What just happened, and
I
how do I undo this?"
I turned my iPad into just one app at a time. I was like, "Screw it.
I'm
I'm
probably gonna
so
do
done with
that,
it.
but
I'm so done with
yeah.
it." Like, I'm like, "I don't like this. It's not." I mean, and I have an iPad mini too, so it's not like
Mhm.
it's like a
Oh, yeah,
huge
that's
can
even yeah, like, it
it's not a
shouldn't even
huge
be an option
canvas.
on the mini, right, yeah.
It's so dumb. But yeah, just like whatever. I use my iPad the way I use it. I don't want this, but
I do still wanna try it with my, my Magic keyboard and touchpad
I feel like that
just to
would be
see 'cause that feels like a best case scenario for multiple windows on the iPad.
every like YouTube video I've seen of people reviewing it, like they're like, "This is awesome," and then you're like, "Oh, yeah, it's awesome because it's you have the keyboard at the thing. Like you're not just
Mhm.
only holding the iPad." It's
Right.
it's
Right.
like okay, now do that same review, but now it's an iPad Mini. Like, tell me how great it is now. It's like they'd be like, yeah, this blows." It's like, yeah,
Right.
yep, exactly. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I mean, but whatever. The other news, I guess, is that Lisa Jackson, the like environmentally, like anytime Apple's posted stuff about what's their word?
Just like their climate initiatives or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, like their zero carbon initiative and all that stuff. Like that's been her that's been talking about that stuff.
Yeah, like,
Um,
I think she worked for the EPA and possibly REI before Apple.
yeah, I saw something that said
Um,
that she was a part of the Obama administration or something at one point,
okay,
and it's like,
yeah, that makes
oh,
sense,
that's
yeah.
also news
I
information,
think
but
she's made a huge impact to Apple. Like, all of their great work that they've been doing around, like, becoming more, environmentally conscious is a direct tie back to her.
yeah,
I hope that it stays in place now that she's
well,
gone.
I
Yeah.
think it will. I think that she put a big enough impact on that where like we were talking about earlier, like backpedaling liquid glass, like that's
Mhm.
probably kind of the goal, but like they won't be able to necessarily do it like 100% or whatever. But like
Mhm.
I don't think that Apple would even have that they've built so much of their identity around this type of thing where it's like I would
Yeah.
be yeah, it's not gonna happen. That they will always be a part of the environmental stuff and like they'll highlight it.
Right.
I feel like the biggest like thing that most people probably saw her or became aware of her was back when uh, Apple stopped making the leather phone cases and did the fine woven stuff. So
Mhm.
maybe like people's general, like the general public opinion of her is that she screwed up the phone cases and now she's out. It's like, well, not really.
Hmm.
Think she's
Yeah.
actually just old. Like I think she's just retiring.
She might be just ready to retire, and this is a
Yeah.
good opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Like what's the point? Like, I don't know. I try to put myself in these people's shoes. Like with
But, like,
the
I love everything she's done. I mean, like, the most of the Apple Watches what, carbon neutral, completely, including manufacturing the thing, wearing it, using it, the power that it draws through the life of the watch. Like, they've got all of that stuff baked in, and they're, like, saying, "Hey, this you can buy an Apple Watch, and it's not going to make the climate worse. unlike almost everything else.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think like even like iMessage, they said that they had a thing years ago that was like iMessage is like um it's solar powered. Like there's solar farms that power
Yeah.
that thing. And like the whole Apple Park building
Yeah,
is
they
like
have a big data center in like the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, and there are definitely solar farms surrounding that data center. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it's yeah, I think that I don't be to credit just her as the person. Like she's obviously the public face of it all, but
Right.
um yeah, I think that her thing is just whatever. It all come the thing that's weird is like all these like executive shakeups and all this stuff kind of come on the heels of like that report that Tim Cook was gonna retire soon or
Yeah, yeah,
possibly next year.
really.
So it's like,
And everybody was talking about how that has to be a leak, and all of this happening afterwards makes me absolutely think that was a leak.
I kind of wonder, yeah, I kind of wonder if the juicier side of this, I don't feel bad about like I'm not starting a rumor, but somebody had made a comment about like, oh yeah, serves Tim Cook right for bending the knee to Donald Trump, like going to some dinner then or something. I don't know. I really keep my head out of politics, and it's been great. I highly suggest it. But something about a Saudi prince that came to the White House for a hosted dinner, and
It's the guy that had
oh, a
a
reporter
Washington
killed.
Post journalist killed and
Yeah, yeah, that's
sawed into little pieces. Yeah.
yeah, gross. But anyhow, Tim Cook was at a dinner that this guy was at. It's like it's not like this guy actually saw to him being out, but like he was in charge of the country when something terrible happened. So of course he gets the credit, good or bad, for it.
Well,
But
according to I think our CIA, he ordered the hit. So
oh, oh, okay. Well, there you go. So anyway,
so it's not like it just happened under his roof.
yeah, yeah. Oh shoot! It's
Yeah.
not like he
Um
accidentally ran over the flower bed when he's mowing the lawn.
yeah, I mean I actually thought that Tim Cook probably should have found an excuse to not go to that dinner. But he
Yeah,
didn't. Um
I think that like with all the business dealings of like tariffs
yeah.
and stuff, it's like at a certain point, like in a situation like that, you've got to put your personal politics aside and just be like, this is what's
Right.
good for the company, kind of a thing. And that's how I kind of like, and I'm sure people have a problem with it, and not a problem with it, but have like are probably like, oh my god, I can't believe he just said that. But
Yeah.
um, I I just feel it's like it's unfortunately it's the cost of doing business, and
I would have been like, "Oh man, there's an emergency at one of our new American factories.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
must go to it
it
immediately."
totally would have worked. Like you could have said anything.
Right. Right.
American family is in need of
Yeah, yeah.
food stamps. So, well, that's all of us.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, it's yeah, it could have been easily backed out of him. I don't know, whatever the situation is. Maybe he had a nephew graduating Georgetown University and he was in town anyway. So I have no
Mhm.
idea.
But I don't see a tie between that and what's happening.
Well, I thought maybe like the executives were all pissed about it because they're all very, I would assume, liberal people.
Mhm.
So like maybe they were all super pissed about it and like they're all leaving. Like, did they threaten like, hey, if you go to this dinner and
Uh,
represent us, like I'm out. I'm not sitting behind the wheel of a company that's gonna do this. Like, I'm serious. Like, if you do this, I'm out. Because they're all public facing people. So it's
right.
like maybe that had to do with it. But like I said, not trying to like sever something, but
Right.
maybe there is something to that. We got a new
Well,
manager once at work and a bunch of people left.
right.
It's like, oh, does that work at corporate too? But I don't know. But got this sort of the podcast
But
out.
Alan Dye's going to Meta, and Mark Zuckerberg has been at every single one of those
It's true.
functions that Tim
It's
Cook
true.
has, plus plus more,
Yeah, yeah,
so
that is true. So I think section to
yeah,
be able to die. I don't know.
right.
Also, I think it's more of just it's the time and place for these people just to retire. I'm excited
Yeah.
about what new leadership could happen
Mhm.
with stuff and like how immediate like we're going to notice it as fans or consumers. Uh, is honestly, I think if you look back now and like you're like, what was the biggest change from Steve Jobs leaving, passing away, whatever, Apple to Tim Cook, and it's like they came out with the Apple Watch, but like I'm pretty sure that was a thing that was long in the cards uh,
Yeah, for sure.
while Steve was still around. So it's like, I don't actually know. Like, it was a
I
pretty
think the
seamless
biggest change is
thing.
just the amount of volume that they're doing now versus what they were doing when Steve Jobs was CEO.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Like,
So it's not
just
necessarily product
they
value.
are producing so much product. It's insane. Um, to, like, produce that much stuff and still maintain high quality is pretty hard to do, but they do it. Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe Tim Cook will announce his actual retirement in next year.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Think that think that it'll be all good things.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it'll definitely be interesting. I've got nothing but high hopes for the new, um, head of whoever's replacing the guy that's
so
replacing Alan Dye, whatever he's
yeah,
doing. Um, I've got high hopes for that, so and then AI, no
yeah,
big loss there, with the AI guy leaving. So, I think it can only help. If it gets worse on the AI front,
yeah. That'd help us all.
that guy's whoever makes it worse on the AI front, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't think you can do much worse. I mean, you'd literally
right.
just have to do nothing. Like,
Right. Well, you'd have to, like, actively make Siri worse somehow. So
uh, it could just do that on its own. I don't know. The more and more I use Chat GPT and even God forbid Meta AI, it's like
Yeah.
Siri really is not fantastic.
I do notice that, like, most of the time, I'll just tell Siri to ask ChatGPT.
I turned off
Uh,
that feature that says to prompt when it goes to ChatGPT because there is like a security feature of them like saying,
right.
um,
Yeah.
"Hey, before you do this," and or like
Mhm.
check to see. And I was like, I don't care if it goes ChatGPT. In fact, I want it to go there first.
Mm,
Um,
mhm.
but a few times I've used Siri and it like used as a Siri response. I'm like, damn it. Like, one of the ChatGPT about this. Like,
Right. Right.
these are not great, but whatever. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it'll be interesting because, like, right now it's made so that ChatGPT is an option you can pick, but there's no other options yet. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what's
yeah,
the next option there.
yeah. Hopefully they just
Uh,
kind of the rumors are. I don't know if this is monthly or not, but the rumors are that Google was kind of getting getting some of that business with their own custom Gemini thing. So it's like it seems like Apple almost just gave up
right.
and was like, "Fine, we'll pay you guys to make a better Siri."
Mhm.
You know, something dumb like $1 billion, and then it's like, "But they paid you guys a $20 billion, so
Right.
we're
Right.
getting less money, and they're also having to do more work."
Right. Right.
Or whatever. However, that departmentally works out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think that about wraps up the month.
Yeah.
December is looking to be a fun one.
A
Um,
lot happened in November, surprisingly.
oh, you know what we forgot to talk about was Arby's. We didn't talk.
Oh,
I
it,
didn't try Arby's.
oh man, I did not either.
But I did try the Grinch meal from a coworker.
Oh, you gotta tell me about that. I almost tried that, but I didn't.
So the pickle fries are awesome. Like, if you like
Yeah.
dill pickle flavored stuff, like putting that
I
on
love dill
fries.
pickles. I don't know if I'm a dill pickle flavored stuff guy, though.
I had some dill pickle flavored popcorn a few months ago,
Mhm.
and I like inhaled it. Like it was so good. I
Okay.
loved it, and
Okay.
it's exactly whatever seasoning goes on that.
I got dill
Uh,
pickle flavored cashews, and I hated them.
and I don't know if that would feel like cashews are rich enough. Popcorn's so flavorless, like you need a
Right,
flavor on it.
right. Yeah.
Uh, and it did all right with the fries. Like, I think they
Okay.
purposely don't actually salt the fries. Like, the garlic or the
Mm.
Grinch salt is more
Okay.
like a powder. And
Oh, okay,
there's a
okay.
lot of it in there. So, like,
Right.
probably don't need to use the whole damn thing, but comes with like a
So
weird.
did you get the socks?
So here's the thing. I do not care about socks, and
What?
I just got the fries.
Oh,
Because
okay, okay.
you can go in and
You
just
can order
order
the
the.
fries separately, okay,
Yeah,
right,
because I'm like, I don't really love their burgers and their chicken nuggets. Like, take it or leave it. I don't care.
right.
Um, and I just was after the fries. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah, they were good. It was fun. I've been
Now
trying to
tell me
grow
about this not caring about socks, though. What does that mean?
have fun socks that I'll wear.
Okay,
My pants don't ever come up so that people can see my socks.
gotcha. Okay,
So
okay.
I don't mind what I have on. What I have on is more for like when I'm like walking around the house.
Okay, alright, alright. So you
Um,
you don't care about showing off your socks.
yeah, yeah. I wear
Okay,
socks. I care
okay,
about socks, and they're a vital part of my
okay.
outfit. I'm
You were
wearing
I was
socks right
worried
now.
there for a moment. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
Pickle
yeah.
fries, pretty good, you're saying.
Pickle fries are awesome. Good flavor. They come in like a weird. So I didn't realize this when I got the bag of fries. I was like, oh sweet, like got the fries. Snagged one on the bag. I'm like, that doesn't taste like anything. I realized that there's a salt packet in there. I dumped the
Oh.
salt packet all over the fries. And I'm like, dude, there's a lot of this powder on here. Like, that's really weird. And then I also realized that there was a separate bag in the bag that said something about the Grinch salt and the Grinch fries. And I was like,
Mhm.
what the hell is this? So I just threw it off to the side. That bag plays a vital role is that you're supposed to dump your fries into that bag, dump your salt into the
Ah,
bag, and then shake them, and then eat them out of that
gotcha.
other bag. So, my experience was a little heavy on the pickle because I was just like, "This looks like just like straight up crack all over fries," but it tastes good because I love
Right?
pickles. I was like, so much
Okay.
sometimes, like, I was kinda coughing and, like, see, like, a powder coming out of my nose, like, some coughing sound.
Right?
But, yeah, they were good. I would suggest it. I'm probably gonna get them again before Christmas is or before they're gone, but,
Right.
um, yeah, man,
Interesting.
yeah, very
Well, I think you've
interesting.
talked me into it.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
I think I'm gonna get some of those Grinch
You
fries.
didn't sell me on the steak nuggets, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're
I
not
don't even
good.
like actual steak nuggets, so I'm not sure I know, like, fast food version of steak nuggets.
Right?
But I still if the I really don't eat out that often, but,
Yeah.
I've been the timing and the place is right, it's probably what's gonna happen. So, yeah. So, we'll
Yeah, I
check in
wanted to get
December.
I wanted to get out and try their Thanksgiving themed, sandwich, but every time I thought about it, I was like, "That can't be good." Right?
Yeah. Probably
I don't
not.
know.
You probably saved yourself,
Yeah.
at least 2
So
months of your life and
and
$13.
$7. Yeah,
What's that?
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever, right.
Like, I don't know. The birch meals were expensive, but I was like, I get like you're paying for like
Yeah,
the extra packaging and the box and the socks and whatever, but
right, yeah.
I wasn't super sold on those socks being of any high quality anyhow, but I think that was part of it
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
right, yeah.
pretty
Socks that
particular with
come with
my
a
socks.
McDonald's meal probably going to stretch out and,
Just feel
develop
like
holes in the toes within, like, 2 weeks,
yeah,
I'm
like
expecting.
I could feel like you ever get like a really crappy pair of socks and then like you put your foot in it and you can like feel the seam of the sock like on the end of your toes.
Oh, it's the
It's like,
worst.
yeah, throw that out. That's worthless. Like I bought a pair of wool socks for the winter and
Yeah.
they're like that. I'm like, dude, these are awful. Like threw them out.
Oh.
It's like no banks. I will pay probably unreasonably amounts of money over a nicer pair of socks than like
Mhm.
Bombas socks. Freaking love Bombas socks. I can't
Oh,
wait
yeah.
until I do laundry and I get my Bombas socks out and it's a Bombas
Mhm.
day and I get to wear those socks. Like freaking great socks. But
I'm a big fan of this sock brand that, because when you said you didn't like socks, I was like, "Well, whoa." So, um, it's this Italian, I think it's Italian company that makes socks that I found at REI, like, their socks were on sale. REI does, like, these 20% off sales, and so I got these socks, and they are the best feeling socks. So, you know,
check that out.
they're my sock of the, past few years, I guess. Balega?
Suck
Balega?
in the decade.
Yeah. They feel great, man. They feel so good.
I like will buy new socks and then I will like purposely take one pair and hide it in my
Mhm.
sock drawer so that I
Mm.
get the pleasure of wearing a brand new pair of socks some
Oh,
point down the
yeah.
road. 'Cause man,
Right?
the feeling of brand new socks, it's the little things in life, man.
Well, after I, like, wear, like, some other sock for a while and then switch back to these, it feels so nice. And, like, I've got this pair of, house slippers that I bought from LL Bean, like, 15 years ago or however long ago, but they're all leather. So, like, the sole's leather, everything's leather. Um, and these socks and those slippers, it just feels like heaven. It's so nice.
Yeah. God, that sounds great. My feet are
Yeah.
freezing right now. I need some slippers. We go on some
Mm.
slippers and pretend to like football for a couple hours.
There you go. Get some Bomba slippers.
Oh
Watch
yeah. I asked for
watch
some of those for
football.
Christmas for my wife, and she's like, "They're kind of expensive just for slippers." I'm like, "Look, I don't ask for a lot of things."
I've got those too. I've got the Bomba slippers.
Oh, do you?
They
Yeah,
feel pretty good. They feel pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look
And
awesome.
they'll keep your feetsies warm.
They had a Black Friday sale, so I'm really hoping I get there's a pair of Bombas underneath the tree for me, but probably not.
Well, we'll see next month when we talk about December what you got under your tree.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
And we'll probably do it maybe a few days after the New Year or something. I don't know. See how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, cool. Well, until
All
next time,
right.
Mike.
Yeah, we'll talk at you then.
Yeah, talk to you later. Bye,
All right.
everybody.